It's Week 8 of the NFL. And this one features the Saints' leader at quarterback. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Saints and the Lions, next on Madden NFL 23.
Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome.
Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints.
Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And right away, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is pacing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 51 yards.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Sherman, and he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. On 2nd down, it's Sherman, and he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Banks. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He'll get this down to the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's out.
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He finds his man, complete. That's Perez. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Lions have 1 and 6 now. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and management became 3rd and long. The drive much into the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They'll pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Sherman. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going up top. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Perez. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. He finds his man complete. That's Fleming. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Cunningham. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 17-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Fleming. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
The try here for the extra point. And it is up.
The kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Saints 3.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He finds his man complete. It's Alexander. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here are the Lions to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block. He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cunningham.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Fleming.
Finding room at midfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's got room. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive, 4 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, magical spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And somehow he circumvents that first man and makes something out of nothing there for a gain of a couple. They run a draw here on 2nd down.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Here's 2nd and 8. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Hands it off out of the gun. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
Exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Fleming. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Fleming. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Perez. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On first down, it's Fleming. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Alexander. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
It's a gain of 19 and brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route.
The pass complete to number 80. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Manning. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. They'll look to throw again. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Fleming.
The ball carried by number 2. He is tackled at the 46-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Fleming. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Tackle made at his 48-yard.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Lions, it's a rare win, just their 2nd in these first 8 games. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.